Imagine this. You're a highly trained FBI agent working on a critical mission to bring down a dangerous criminal organization. You've been working tirelessly for months, gathering intel, building a case, and finally, you're ready to make the arrest. But just as you're about to apprehend your target, a group of local cops show up and arrest you instead. Sounds pretty ridiculous, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to one FBI agent, and today, we're gonna dive deep into the bizarre and unbelievable story of how stupid cops arrested an FBI agent. So let's get straight into the video. In 2018, there was a shooting at a nightclub in Denver, Colorado. One person was killed and several others were injured. The shooter fled the scene and the FBI got involved in the investigation. Fast forward a few months later, the FBI had a lead on the suspect and they sent a team to arrest him. Special Agent Chase Bishop was one of the agents on the scene. Bishop had been drinking that night, and as the team was making their way through the crowd, he did something that would change the course of his career forever. He was conducting surveillance on a suspect when he noticed that he was being followed by a car. The agent, being highly trained in surveillance techniques, quickly realized that the car was not a part of his team and suspected that he was being followed by the local cops. Rather than trying to evade the cops, the agent decided to confront them and explain the situation. However, when he pulled over the car and identified himself as an FBI agent, the cops refused to believe him and accused him of impersonating an officer. Things quickly escalated, and the cops arrested the FBI agent and took him to the local police station. Despite the agent's protest and attempts to prove his identity, the cops refused to listen and charged him with impersonating a police officer. The FBI agent in question was a highly respected and experienced agent who had been with the Bureau for over a decade. He had worked on numerous high-profile cases and was known for his exceptional investigative skills. On the other hand, the cops involved in the incident were local police officers who had been with the department for several years. They were known in the community as competent officers who took their job seriously. The FBI immediately launched an investigation into the incident and found that the agent was indeed an FBI agent and had been conducting surveillance as part of an ongoing investigation. The charges against him were dropped, and the FBI requested that the police department apologize for the incident. However, the local police department refused to apologize and stood by their decision to arrest the agent. This created a lot of tension between the FBI and the local police department and sparked a debate about the relationship between federal and local law enforcement agencies. As the investigation continued, it was revealed that the arresting officers had made some mistakes. They failed to administer a blood alcohol test on Bishop, which is a standard procedure in cases like this. Additionally, they didn't read him his Miranda rights before questioning him. Moreover, the arresting officers decided to take things one step further. They charged Bishop with second-degree assault, a felony that carries a sentence of up to 6 years in prison. It was a complete shock to Bishop and the FBI, who expected him to be charged with a misdemeanor. The incident made national news, and the public reaction was mixed. Some felt that Bishop should face the consequences of his actions, while others believed that the charges were too severe, given that he was a law enforcement officer just trying to do his job. In the end, the charges against Bishop were dropped, and he was only charged with one count of third-degree assault, a misdemeanor that carries a sentence of up to 1 year in jail. In conclusion, this story just goes to show that even those who are supposed to uphold the law can make mistakes and find themselves in unexpected situations. And that wraps up our video. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, then please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Do check out some of our other videos while you're at it, and we'll see you back here again for a new video.